Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on a few things before we start the video. For those of you who wanted to schedule a private reading, you can go ahead to that link or the link in the description. The private video readings are conducted via Skype, face-to-face, as well as you also get a link to the recording of the video so that you can watch it or download it later for your records, okay? As well as there is now a list of all of the decks that I use in the description, affiliate links to Amazon where you can purchase the decks. I've collected a list of all the decks that I think are the best ones to use for beginners and experienced readers, as well as finding the ones that are the best price, the best quality from the best suppliers. And I've collated that list in the description as well. I do receive a small commission from those links, just so you know, and it does help my channel to grow whenever you purchase through one of those links. As well as my Patreon site, if you'd like to join me over there for just $1 a month, you have access to all of my extended mid-monthly and monthly love readings, as well as being eligible for the monthly tarot deck giveaway. All right, guys, thank you so much, and on to your video. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we are going to be doing Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine look for the week for the sign of Leo. We're going to get right into getting out your romance angel messages. Straight out we have religious factors. Alright, so some of you are dealing with family, cultural issues, and true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Wow. Alright. Beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and pull out your 7 cards for your reading. We're not really sure what these 2 messages are going to mean for you, Leo, until you get your 7 cards out. So let's do that now. I hope you're having a good week, Leo. Alright. Leo, your main card for your relationship is the Chariot. Wow, you guys are about to embark on a journey, right? You're getting everything prepared now. Interesting. This is the main card for your relationship, true love and religious factors. Could be that some of you are traveling away from the family or traveling away from your home country. But let's just see. We're going to get into your person's card for how they represent themselves is the Death card. Interesting. Big changes. Let's move this up so we have enough room for all the cards. How they see you is Page of Cups. And how they see the relationship is Devil, 15. We have for you, you're coming out as Temperance, Sagittarius energy, Leo. You see them as the Knight of Cups. Wow, okay. It's a very interesting reading. And you see the relationship as the 9 of Swords. All right, bottom of the deck, we have 7 of Swords, the great dream thief, right? Interesting, interesting. So let's just get right into it. The Chariot. What's the Chariot all about? The Chariot is all about preparing the path, getting ready to embark on a new journey. You're about to perhaps travel or start a long journey towards a goal, right? Oftentimes, this could be preparing to start a business, preparing to go back to school, or preparing to move to another entire country, right? Or another city even, another town. But the Chariot hasn't engaged yet, so this is a period of just getting ready, right? Getting all your ducks in a row. So your person is identifying with the Death card. This is Scorpio energy, of course. Interestingly enough, they're going through a big change. This could be the travel, right? They're feeling it. It could be that your soulmate is the one who's going through the transformation right now, and you are in support because you are coming out as Temperance. So that's quite interesting, right? So your person, your soulmate, is really going through a lot of changes, probably on a physical level. an emotional level, a spiritual level. They may be changing jobs, or something may be going on that's very significant, and you're embodying temperance because you're being their support system right now, right? Their emotions may be all over the place since they're going through a death situation, right? And of course, we know death doesn't mean actual death. It just means the death of your situation, your environment, your life, this stage of your life, right? So it ushers in the new, but with it always comes a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings, right? And this is a very straightforward reading, right? I mean, it's quite clear, Leo, that right now you are the one who's really holding the relationship together. You're being a great support system to your person. Your person sees you as Page of Cups, interestingly, and you see them as the Knight of Cups. So that's beautiful as well, because they see you as young, supportive. Page of Cups shares the token of love. You're both very much on the same plane when it comes to how you see each other. You're very emotional. Your person may be a little bit older than you. They see you as a little bit younger, and maybe that's not an age. Maybe it's just in temperament, But yeah, and you see them as the Knight of Cups. So that's quite interesting that you are just you see them as being very romantic. They're coming in. They're sweeping you off your feet. Of course, the Knight of Cups comes with, sometimes it comes with a lot of flightiness. It's not the most committed knight in the deck. But that's okay. That doesn't necessarily, Knight of Cups doesn't always mean that there's a lack of commitment, okay? It's a portion of his energy, but more than anything, the Knight of Cups is really just learning how to share his emotions, learning how to be more proactive with his emotions and coming towards you. Okay? So it's quite beautiful energy. Now, how do they see the relationship? Interesting. Your person sees the relationship and they see devil energy here. Right? You see the relationship and you have anxiety. Okay, so I wonder what that's all about, right? Because devil energy could be sometimes being codependent, right? Being addicted to each other or sharing an addiction, 15, the devil is all about creativity, right? And it could also be that in this particular scenario, right? So generally, the devil is about creativity, but it's creativity when creativity is connected to the spirit, right? That's when you get really beautiful works of art, etc. But when your creative passions are not connected to anything higher, this is when you get this kind of what we traditionally perceive as evil, right? Evil energy, being a slave to your passion, being a slave to your addiction in a way, instant gratification, all of that. However, in this particular scenario, I wonder if this doesn't have something to do with the religious factors, right? So in a way, it could be that your person is dealing with a lot of pressure from their family, from their culture, their background, because you guys may be very dissimilar, okay? You guys may be coming from very different backgrounds. And so he or she sees the relationship as devil energy more so because they're being told, perhaps, right? Or their background is making them feel guilty for some reason for being with you. It could be that this could be, you could be a Jew and a Muslim, right? Okay, right? Something like that, and it's like everybody else in the world is telling you that you shouldn't be together. Your person's culture may be telling him or her that you're evil for them, and so they may not really necessarily feel that about you. Clearly, they see you as the Page of Cups, but they see the relationship as that, okay? They're not identifying. I just realized these cards are not all the way. Let me move them up a little bit. They're not necessarily seeing you as evil, but I'm pretty sure they're being told that the relationship with you is bad, is negative, should not be allowed, okay? And so it could be as well that they're having some anxiety about that. You're acting as temperance because you're probably aware of this. You're probably already dealing with some of the pressures of this, of their family. Now, it could be the big changes are that you guys may be trying to leave together, trying to leave this environment together. This is the Chariot coming through. You know, the Chariot is all about moving towards your dreams and your goals, right? Your ultimate dreams and goals. 7 is the number for dreams, right? Your aspirations. How do you see the relationship where you're having a lot of anxiety over it? You know, 9 of Swords is a lot of anxiety, sleepless nights. You're worrying about it. I mean, like I said, this is a very concise reading. You know, for those of you who are used to tarot or getting into tarot, you can see that even at a cursory look, it's pretty straightforward. You guys have a lot of love for each other. But this is really putting your person through a lot of changes. Now, they're willing to go through it. Okay, they are willing to go through it, but this is not to say that there aren't some anxieties associated. Now, when we get over here to the 7 of Swords, which is at the bottom of the deck, right? And so the bottom of the deck card is another energy that can be coloring a certain scenario, right? When we look at this 7 of Swords is that kind of like, you know, it's the story of the tortoise and the hare, you know. The hare never wins the race because the hare is hasty. The tortoise wins because the tortoise is methodical and takes his time. You see, this person feels like he's like, you know, he's like the cat who got the cream. He's running off with the 5 swords. He's believing he's winning by stealing the win, if you know what I mean, right? Cutting corners, cheating. And so that's quite interesting that that's there. This is not necessarily to say that anyone is doing that, but this is the card of haste, right? Haste, not taking care to cross all the T's and dot all the I's, being impatient, all right? It's also the card of impatience, right? In the sight of your goal. You know, your goal is almost there. Right, and that's when, you know, you start to do things to get there quicker. You know what I mean? And so take care, because do not be too hasty. Don't be too quick. Don't cut corners in any way right now, because if this is what you're resonating with, Leo, it's a big change. Whenever you have the Chariot, okay, and Death in the same reading, we're talking about a huge change. A physical change, right? Most certainly will involve some kind of physical travel or physical location change, right? Even if it's just moving house, it's moving physically from one place to another. It could be so far as moving to different countries, okay? But certainly when, you know, certain combinations, certainly of major arcana cards, and you do have quite a few major arcana cards. You have 4 major arcana cards. So, of course, this is letting you know also that this is major life changes for you guys. All right, let me take a sip of water. So, I'd like to just pull a couple of more cards for you. Excuse me. So let's just pull a couple of more cards to see if we can get some clarity on this reading. Give me some clarity on this reading for Divine Feminine. Divine Masculine, look for the week for Leo. Show me. Wheel of Fortune. Page of Cups. Hierophant. There you go. There's your religious and Empress. So, there we go. Bottom of the deck here we have 4 of Swords. So this is talking about not being hasty, right? Taking your time to plan properly. Plan your strategy, okay? What do we have here? We have beautiful. Wheel of Fortune. So this is an opportune time for you guys to make your move. Okay? Beautiful time to make your move. Beautiful time. Everything is in your favor right now. Okay? For you guys to go ahead. And for your person, everything is in your person's favor. Certainly for them to make the moves that they want to make right now. Okay? And Page of Cups comes out as well to re-clarify. That's just to re-clarify that they really see you as virtuous. Right? No matter what anybody else is telling them, they see you as being virtuous. They love you very much. Don't think for 1 second that they don't care for you. But please understand that if this person is coming from a very cultural background, religious background, this is difficult for them. Okay? This is very difficult for them. And so be patient. Let me move these up. Be patient with them. Okay? Don't be hasty. Don't be impatient. I want to say the Seven of Swords may relate to your energy, Leo. In terms of, you know, try to understand if you are feeling a bit impatient for them to hurry up and leave and come with you and make this move. Try not to be that way. Try to be a bit more patient and just understand that if this is what your person is resonating with, it's very difficult for them. Okay? It's very, very difficult for them. Now, Hierophant has come out over you on Temperance. So this is it, right? This is weighing very heavily on you. This is also like a different, and I want to say this is very much a difference in religious backgrounds. So religious factors, obviously, we say, but sometimes that can also mean cultural background, right? How you were raised. But here we're talking about really specific religious differences, I want to say. Okay, and you're kind of tempering through all of this, right? You're kind of trying to be understanding as well because you have your own faith, right? That is being kind of... I don't know, I don't want to say questioned, but I think you're feeling as well, if you're resonating with this, that you have your own kind of set of beliefs and you have your own kind of struggle with this. Obviously, you have a Nine of Swords. You're already feeling like, you know, you're feeling like you're having to compromise a lot of yourself, you know. It's like, it seems to be about your person's, you know, issues, their family's issues, right? But you're coming this week, I want to say that you're starting to feel a little bit like, well, hang on a second. What about my needs? You know, what about me? This is difficult for me too, right? You know, I'm being kind of treated as though my background isn't worth anything or is not viable or is not valid or whatever the case may be, right? And so you're representing with Empress energy, which is to say that you require your person to be a bit more supportive of you, right? Because you've been very supportive of them, Leo, and I think you want to talk to them about it, because Page of Cups also talks about the Page of Cups means also that in terms of like expression, right? Expressing your love, right? So this week, you have two Page of Cups came out over Page of Cups, and you see your person as Knight of Cups, but you require a bit more. You need to talk to them about it. Have this communication, because pages are all about communicating, right? Pages are all about bringing a message of love in, a token of love when we talk about the Page of Cups. Right? And so in this way, I mean like expressing your feelings, right? Talking to your person about it this week so that you're not the only one with the sleepless, so you're not with these sleepless nights. You know, I'm not saying the only one. You don't want to cause them sleepless nights, but you don't want to be the one who's worrying and worrying and worrying because you're doing all of this over here, right? Temperance is, you know, you're the one who's constantly altering your behavior to make sure that everything is going smoothly. And you're just getting to a point where you're feeling like it's not fair, right? Okay? Now, of course, this is a great opportunity for your person, as I've said. This is the best opportunity for you guys to make this move. And this is indeed true love. There's a lot of love here between you two. But I think the most important thing to take away from this is that this week you need to let your person know that, because this situation is ongoing, it's going to take a while, but this week it's all about communicating how you feel, Leo. How do you feel about what's going on? Let them know that you need a bit more nurturing. You need a bit more support, right? Empress is all about bonding and nurturing each other, nurturing the relationship. Don't forget that relationships need nurturing as well. You know, the most successful couples I've ever known are the ones who take time out for their relationship. Not just only always doing something for one person and then you're in a support role, or they do something for you, you know, you're doing your own thing and they're in a support role, but doing things that you both enjoy together, right? Doing them together. That's how you feed the relationship, the entity of the relationship, which needs its own nurturing. And this is what you need to communicate this week. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. This is your Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine reading for the week, Leo. This is going to be for the 13th up until the 19th, okay, guys? And then next Tuesday, I will upload the next week's Leo, Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine Soulmate reading. All right, guys, if this resonated with you, of course, like, subscribe, and share. But for right now, Leo and your soulmate, I love you both. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.